Let's see, am I on? Let's see. Uh I guess I'm on. Yeah, I'm David Kramer, Kramer Unstuck, and I just want to show you this video here. Uh, hero worship. Maybe I think I made a video on this years ago. I recently made a video about the dog and pony show. Now, uh, as somebody who had cut my ear years ago, I know how an ear bleeds. And if you had an injury to your ear where you cut it or whatever, you know how much an ear bleeds. Well, uh, I don't know really what happened. I know that there were shots fired. I know that there are people that got injured and one guy that got killed. But with Trump, I don't know what really happened. I don't think he got shot. Okay? I believe that that's the story that they want you to believe because, after all, a lot of people, maybe including you, consider this asswipe to be your hero or savior. And as I said before, I hate government. I don't give a damn what side you're on. I don't give a damn if you vote for the blue pile of shit or the red pile of shit. They're shit. They do not serve this country. They are not patriots. They are all traitors, every single one of them. I don't give a damn if it's Thomas Massey. Thomas Massey, the chosen ones. You know who the chosen ones are? They got the big noses and the tiny hats. They all are bought and paid for by those asswipes, except Thomas Massey. But Thomas Massey keeps running for fucking office. Why? Because he's part of the problem. He ain't the solution. He knows that he doesn't have a chance, but he's going to play the game. And people are dumb enough to just continue to vote for these people. But Trump claims that he told his story about how he was shot. And he said, when I felt something hit my ear really hard, and when I put my hand up, I came away from my ear and it was full of blood. Now, does this look full of blood? There's no blood on his hand, but he is, and he said this at the Republican National Convention, which even back when I was voting, I considered all of these convention goers to be a bunch of shit. I mean, what a bunch of pathetic human beings, Republican and Democrat, wearing their stupid little flag shirts and waving their flags, and it's like, what a bunch of God. What is it with people? What, especially males? If you're a male and you do hero worship, you are a pathetic piece of shit. God, I would advocate for you to emasculate yourself, not just mentally but physically, because I have no respect for you whatsoever. But here we go. Right, here we go. No blood on that man's hands. And I know how an ear bleeds. My ear bled like hell. I had a white shirt on and it was full of blood. Okay? It's a lie. Wake up. He's bought and paid for by the big nosed tiny hat people. They all are. He's a puppet. He's a willing puppet because all of these people in power are narcissistic, they're psychopathic, they're sociopathic. They just love the attention. They love all these people that just, I mean, how pathetic are you if that's what you look for? I'm a former Christian, okay? I used to believe that my Savior is going to come out of the sky one day. Well, guess who created that religion? Right, the chosen ones. It's a bunch of shit, too. So wake the fuck up and stop this hero worship. You're pathetic. And I know people don't like being talked to like this. Well, I'm going to continue to be more of a retard than ever. Okay, fine. You know, is my camera on? I don't even know if my camera's on. It doesn't have the light. The light ain't on. I'm supposed to be sharing my screen here, but I don't know. But anyway, just I don't know. Just stop this nonsense. Stop worshiping these people. Stop voting. Your vote doesn't count. Okay? Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was a pile of shit, said that presidents are not elected, they are selected. And he also said if anything happens in politics, it was planned. This was planned in advance. People. Well, we told the cops that that guy's on the building, and then people say, well, look at the Secret Service. What's wrong with them and all that? Because they were told this is how you act, this is how you react. Okay, if you see anybody here or there, don't react. Just let them, you know, walk around and climb up a ladder. And who brought the ladder? What did the Secret Service give him the ladder? It was planned, people. It's television, it's programming, it's entertainment. Frank Zappa said, okay, that government is the entertainment division of the military industrial complex. And boy, do people buy into this shit. I remember when I bought into it. And toward the end, when I did vote, it was because of feeling guilty. Okay, I'm not doing my part, and people would say, "Well, if you don't vote, you can't talk." And maybe I said this in the other video, but I don't give a damn. You gotta keep fucking preaching this shit. If you don't vote, you're the only one who can say anything. You're the only one who can say anything. All right? Because you are not voting for the chains of your enslavement. You're not voting for the oppression and the bullshit. I'm not voting for these people because I'm not voting to be taxed. I'm not voting to be mandated and uh, have ordinances put on me. You got to do this, and you better do that, and you better follow this line, and you better walk up this line, and then walk down that line, and you better follow this bouncing ball that we threw your way. No, I'm not voting for you people. But the rest of you are voting. So you are voting to be put in a fucking pen. You're voting to be taken to the slaughterhouse. That's what you're doing. You're fools. You're idiots. And if you're male, you should be a man. And a man, back in 1995 was when I started looking for the truth of things. I not just believing what I see, and that was because of the movie Braveheart. I watched the movie Braveheart probably 27 to 30 times. I loved that movie until I saw a documentary on what really happened. And that was like, okay, I like what really happened. I thought they ought to make a movie about what really happened and not have any embellishments and shit. Just exactly the way it happened. And that would bore the living shit out of some people, not me. I love the real history. And most of the history that we're fed is bullshit too. Okay, that's nonsense. Okay, you know, what do they say? The victors make up the history. They're the ones who write the history. Well, that's going to be biased. But yeah, it was around that time that I started looking for the truth of things. Now, I was still a Christian in 1995. I only deconverted in 2020, much to my chagrin. Man, if I would have deconverted back then, that would have been better because it's like after I deconverted, okay, I stopped the voting and stopped believing that nonsense. And then I started looking into stuff. Now, that was around the time I found out about, the whole 9/11, uh, you know, play that they put on, but yeah, truth. If you're a man, you're going to look for the truth. You're not going to just go, somebody goes, well, this here is what happened and this is what you got to do. You're whoa, 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 whoa. Let me find out what the fuck happened and then figure out what I got to do. And with politics, all the time. Now, they'll add a little truth into their lie, but all the time, they're going to be lying to you because they don't have no respect for you. You're stupid. Trump don't have no respect for you. Out in public, oh, you people, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. And behind the scenes, he's laughing at you. He's getting paid by the chosen ones because you know what? You can't pay him. Yeah, your tax dollars, but that's only so we can fund wars and all kinds of bullshit that, you people, even when you vote for these people, you're going, well, I don't like that. Well, maybe you ought to look into what else he's doing that you don't like and realize that he don't give a fuck about you. But this whole thing that happened in Butler, yeah, bullshit. You know? And it's unfortunate that that a guy lost his life. And that there again, he was hero worshiping. You don't go to those rallies, you know, maybe some people go to those rallies to hear him talk, but good God, really? Are you that ignorant? I mean, man, I'd never go to a rally. I would never. That'd be how humiliating to think about me stooping to that level. It's hero worship. I think the guy's name was Compatore. He was a firefighter. He was a volunteer firefighter. Okay, that's a tough job. That's hard. That's dangerous. And if he would have been a man who would have, used his critical thinking skills and said, you know what? Let's find out the truth of what's going on here, whether this guy's legitimate or whether he's a scumbag. I'm gonna find out. If he would have used his critical thinking skills, he never would have went to that rally because he wouldn't have been supporting this scumbag. Okay? He'd still be alive. His wife would have her husband and the kids would have their father. But that's not what happened. And he's dead. That's a wasted that was a waste. That's pathetic. I have no respect for that with that guy. Okay? So, yeah, take a look at that hand. Look at that hand, huh? Covered in blood. That's what Trump said, covered in blood. No blood whatsoever. It's a complete friggin' lie. So, I hope my camera was on. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm sharing my screen through Clipchamp, and so. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Do not believe what your ears hear and what your eyes see, because it's a dog and pony show. It's sleight of hand. They're magicians. They're very, very good at this shit. It's like, wake up. We, as a people, need to take our country back. And that's going to be with people moving away from these people. And learning, just go out and educate yourself. Okay? There's a guy on Odysee, Truther Z Radio. or Truth Z Radio. I should have looked that up. I wasn't thinking about that. He also has a channel, Christian channel, Christendom 2 on Christendom 2 on Odyssey. Look that up. Look up what really look up Jekyll Island. Okay, the Titanic. The Titanic was yeah. Some people claim that the Titanic and another ship were switched, but the reason the Titanic was sank, and it was sank, it didn't just hit the iceberg and oops. No, it was planned because there were three of the richest men on that ship that were opposed to the creation of the Federal Reserve. And all three of them died. So, you wake up, okay? Don't vote. Don't follow these assholes. They're scumbags, okay? If you're part of the 20%, that, and I'm talking the 80-20 rule. There's 20% of people that are out there busting their ass. I'm part of the 20%. I bust my ass. Okay? I'm in a deficit right now when it comes to strength, and I'm tired and beat up, and I still got to go and go and go. And I'm out there working. I'm out there standing at a friggin' grinding machine, grinding castings 8 hours a day, busting my ass in the heat, okay, and the humidity, and the government taking money out of my fucking check, fucking cunts. And there's a way to get out of that. You can go to court and fight it because it's a voluntary system. But I don't have the time and the money right now. I got work. I got all my work at home and all that shit, so I can't do that. If I ever get a chance, I'm gonna go do that. But they're not there. Trump ain't there. He couldn't do that. None of these bastards can. But they'll take it. Boy, they'll steal it right out of my fucking check and yours. Think about that. They don't have no respect for you. You got to work. You know? So that's all I got right now. Uh, I'm hoping my camera works. I'm hoping my screen share worked. So, but that's it. And until next time, there's David Kramer, and there's Kramer Unstuck.